Hey,
Hey,
hey, hey,
hey,
look,
I
I
gotta
gotta
thank
thank
God,
God without
bro. I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
be.
be. I
Started
started with a half,
now.
now
I
I
keep
keep
a
a
couple
couple
peas.
peas.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Money don't buy the trees, but trust I keep a forest. And I grew up the boys, dogs, but what's your excuse? I flip bags out the street in my daily commute. The south side to the east, dog, the north side to the west. If I make it back from Cali, thank God, cause I'm blessed. And I never got caught. Dog, I never broke laws. I put paws on motherfuckers just for running their jaws. Like what you heard about me? Well, you wanna see. I don't play with disrespect, dog. Nah, me. I'm from California, I ain't. At the end of the day, we flip bags, bang rags, fuck minimum wage. But bastard, it's only right.
I don't say he's gonna copyright me. He said, "Stop playing my music." He's gonna copyright me. Just kidding.
Where you gotta keep guns. That's Phoenix, dog. The meanest weapon hotter than the sun. And I ain't the only one, dog. We all got clips.
But my clip don't jam. This that Russian stick. AK-47, just a Russia bitch. Come on, what he? I ain't talking about hoes. Off some puppies and bones. What? Off some puppies and bones. Yo, your house in your bones. Come on, guys. Get it. We late. We late, but we live. Have niggas right at your throat. Speaking talking about her. Send out the chat. Send out the chat. Let them know. Let them know we live. Get it. Raise not to fold. No, this ain't nothing I chose. AK with the stick. And let me throw it in the free chat. I'm gonna throw it in the free chat. Open chat. All that we know. I gotta do it every day today. Get my mama home. I gotta do whatever it takes to get my mama home. All right, so you guys see it right now. We see we're at consolidation. I know you guys see this 5-minute chart already. It's looking smooth. I'm gonna stop it right here, guys. We're gonna stop right there, and we're gonna get straight into it, man. You already know it's your boy Squad the Flex with the Splash Bros, man. Here every Sunday. We used to be here every day at 9 o'clock. Now we're a little bit early. We're here at 7 o'clock every Sunday. Today we started a little bit late. No worries though, guys. We're here, and that's all that matters. We showed up. And I want to get just straight to it because look at this resistance that the 4675 is holding, guys. I haven't looked at the charts all day. I've been busy all freaking day, but we could see, look at the beautiful consolidation that you could see within both of these quarter levels, the 4675 and the 4700. So realistically, if we're thinking TSQ, what are we going to be looking for, guys? Like it's obvious. Like if we go to this 4-hour chart, because that's where we start, guys. That's where we start. 4-hour chart. We want to find the trend. Right now, in this moment, right here with these two 4-hour candles, we're in consolidation. Okay. If we go bigger picture and we want to see like what trend are we really in, like we just go to the daily chart. Look at that. That's a nice uptrend right here. So this could be the retest, but we need to see breakthroughs within this quarter level, and this quarter level. Okay, so that's 4,700, 4725, and 4750. When we see these breakouts within these areas on smaller time frames, because we trade with smaller time frames too. Remember, TSQ is teaching you guys a trend, structure, quarter levels. Okay, so if we're looking at that, what's the next move? What are we going to try to find? We're trying to find structure right now, guys. 47. Let me take away these indicators. 47 and 4675. Perfect structure. Look at this, guys. Like you guys could have been catching the quarter level buys and the quarter level sells, following TSQ. Literally, easy like that. And you're like, well, CJ, it might be easy for you, but how does someone unexperienced catch that? Guys, we got to go to the smaller time frames. TSQ, we teach what? 4-hour. We teach what? 30-minute, 15-minute, and 5-minute. Okay? 15-minute, 5-minute is where you're going to be probably looking for those scalp entries where where Joe's calling 50 to 100 pips, he's in and out. He's not worried about anything else. I caught mine and I'm not going to be greedy. Okay? We tell you guys 50 to 100. You guys, like, if you happen to get the 200 plus on those small lot sizes, take those, y'all. That's big money. That's big money in a small lot size. A point zero 0.01, you hit 200 pips, bro. That's fire. It's about the pips, not about the money, guys, because the money will stack. That's something that we all have to keep learning. And it's cool. Not everybody's perfect and everybody trades differently. But as long as we're following the same strategy and we can see that, you guys are going to be good. You guys will win, I promise. But it's all about discipline and not being greedy at the end of the day. That's what hurts us the most, being greedy and not being disciplined towards our trading checklist, if you want to call it. And if you don't have the trading checklist, Joe dropped that shit a long time ago, guys. Like everybody should have been on. And I always talk about it too. I bring it up here once in a while, but if you don't know where it's at, if you go all the way to Splash Mindset, there's a trading plan right here. I'm gonna reply to it right now. There's a trading plan right here. Let me reply to it right now. This is it. There you go. Look, right there. I just replied to it in the Discord. So now you guys have the trading plan. So now you guys know, okay, I have a checklist. I have a checklist that I could follow and feel comfortable with. So I know when I want to take a trade, I know I have to look at what? My trading plan. Look at my trading checklist. Let me see if everything is following. And I think I've said this before. If that 1 hour chart is not following the trend that you're looking for and the confirmations that you're looking for, don't take the trade. Sit on your hands. Wait for that right moment. Because look at what gold's doing. Look at this is an hour chart, guys. This shit is just bouncing off these quarter levels. So then that's going to give you more reason to what? Look for that breakout, that structure, break, retest, and continuation. Literally what we teach every single time. Joe could talk about it. Like, I know he's tired right now, but you don't, if you want to say something, just let me know. But at the end of the day, guys, like it's right here. Look at that. It's about to touch this quarter level. So we know if we see what breakouts between what areas, the two quarter levels. That's it. Right here. It's very, very simple, guys. Very, very simple. Look.
Yeah, so like for Danny, I know Danny's learning and he's been paying attention probably the most right now. So like right here, Danny, when you check out a Sunday, and Jaime too, you've been in every last Sunday, so my bad, Jaime. I know you've been paying attention too. When you guys see a Sunday start like this, which is consolidation, um but Suave did call a sale last week and I liked it and it made sense going off of the drop. But long story short, when you guys have a block like this, that consolidation range, and you see how it's going to that quarter level, we could see it dramatically drop below the black box, and then come Monday morning, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., start to see it play back into the black box,
Right
or
here.
even the higher black box for some high manipulation, but then sell immediately from there. And that's like what we're used to seeing with gold. And that'll be on a 1 hour where you see it, oh, shoe is shooting up and looks like buys. And then if it's continuation, then it just melts the rest of the 4 hours.
Facts. Facts. And last week I didn't have enough leverage to fucking catch the sell and I was so salty. But yeah,
Mm.
like 4750 looks like a great resistance, guys, for the bigger moves.
Yeah, for the bigger moves, you guys could be happy with catching a buy off of there, but you have to understand when you do that, that's cool in the short term, but you guys are going against the trend. So when you go against the trend, you could hit for 200 pips and it's nice. But the problem is that most of us want to make money and most of us want to stay in the trade and most of us want to execute the best trades. So if you're not happy, which eventually is a problem too, you need to be happy with smaller trades and just trusting the process.
Yep.
But if you're not doing that, then um what is it called? That means when you catch these 200 pips, let's say if it buys up right now off of the bottom back black box, if it shoots up 200 pips right now up to that zone, almost everyone right here would probably hold it and try to hold it, but you need to close it because it went right to the respectable key level to where it's like, oh my god, look, we got in a buy, it went up 200 pips, and then it's all the way back down, and you're like, how the fuck did it just move
Oh, fuck, I
600
should have took
pips?
profit. Oh.
Yeah, or how did it move 600 pips that dramatic? Fuck gold. Like, bro, it happens. So you just need to take that win. And then guess what? If you would have gotten the sale up there, okay, you take the win at your next level below. But if it comes into the zone above, then you take that sale again. And now you're fucking double dipping. And now it's like you held the ripper. because now it's going 2x what you original sell was, but now it could still bleed way lower than that zone. And when it bleeds again, or like I said, you wait for it, right? You wait for it to close below. And but you got to look at it, because when you look to the left, Suave, this is a good example to show them why it's still tricky consolidation. You see that middle? Okay, so you see that middle? You see, yeah, exactly. Go up a little bit to the higher quarter level. Look how it broke below that quarter level, below that one. Look how it bled through it and then it retested up. But guess what? It did have a small sell off, but not enough because it manipulated higher up and came right back down. So right there that week, based off what we teach, you would have took a stop loss if you were trying to sell off of that quarter level, because look at the manipulation, the way it shot up at 250 pips to
Oh,
the right. Look, go to the right. Go to the right, Suave.
oh, I'm tripping. I'm left. My fault.
Yeah. Okay. Right there. Exactly. That spot. Because that quarter level below, the one that shot up from,
Right here.
perfect spot for a sale. Because look what happened. It ended up gapping down and selling off. That's where you want to sell from. But look, that would have hit stop loss. That would have blew us all stop loss
Well,
dramatically. And if you couldn't just take the small stop loss, um, you could have got back in when that next 4 hour, whatever that hour candle is in. You might have fucking ripped it, but you would have had to stick to your guns and stuck with sales and think, and you would have had a thought this is manipulation.
mm-hmm.
But that could get tricky because right there when it was happening, it looked like a breakout for bullish.
And look at
And
that. That
that
next.
green line, if you cover the right side, if you cover the right side, it looks like that was bullish structure. It's not till the right side comes in where you're like, oh, we're in consolidation, and now it looks bearish structure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You could take it back. Take it back to the big green candle. And
Oh, I gotta upgrade my. I forgot to fucking. I
you're
don't have
good.
my shit on auto pay. I need to go pay that shit.
You're good. But either way though, for anyone who could imagine or whatever, it's like when you seen it break out that high, you thought, oh, where's the retest, or when should I get in, or it's about to go higher.
And he's not lying, y'all. Like like I said, that 47.50 was fire. I already knew that shit was gonna come right back after that consolidation right here. I already knew this bitch wanted to go up and retest 47.50. I was trying to catch my sell. Literally, it's what that's 7 a.m. I was trying to catch my sell around this area, and the broker didn't like it. Obviously, I would have caught 250 for sure. Like I didn't have enough leverage at a point zero one, like because I'm waiting for broker money, and
Oh,
I couldn't even take that. Like I was salty, man. Like they know damn well I would have ate that shit up. And
yeah,
every time I've been
damn.
taking a trade, it's shit that I'm not even paying attention to. But when I'm paying attention, I'm like, oh shit, this is the one. And then I can't even take the trade because I've already lost two other ones that blew my leverage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Because
get
I
you.
only had, I'm like, again, I told you how they're paying me out, which is weird. They're paying me by cents. I don't
Yeah.
know what the fuck is going on with them. But this week, guys, I have a funded account. I am with Funded Pips. We are going to test this. We're gonna test this shit out. I got a funded challenge, only 10K, nothing too crazy. But hey, if they're talking about we could get paid out, I'm gonna show how Splash Bros is now doing funded challenges. So you'll see this wall full of past challenges. That's gonna be one of my goals. I want to take this shit to the next level. I think it'll bring our community a lot more value. It'll bring our community a lot more value, and to show you guys that hey, it's following a plan, it's following a trading, following a trading plan to make sure you are the best trader. Nobody's perfect. I'm gonna be real. Nobody's perfect. Don't tell me you're better than so and so. Okay, because let me know the process. Yeah, Kai, like you know what's up, girl. Like big games. You know about this. You've been a part of the industry for too long, probably as long as I've been a part of the industry. We had Joe who barely came. I mean, he knew about trading, but came into IML and just took this shit over. Came up with their own strategy, taught it to me, and now we're taking over. So, Kai, like you could. I'm gonna call you Kai. That's why. But you look at that. Look at that. Respecting the court. Look at that. That's perfect, guys. Look at that's literally what we teach. And how I was telling you, like, oh, Suave, how do I go to the smaller time frames and catch these right here? Perfect example. 15-minute, 30-minute with structure. We knew what it respected our quarter level, so you could have fucking took that shit. And look, sure enough, like Joe said, it's probably gonna go up to this next quarter level. It's gonna respect it, and some people might stay, some people might get out. Look at that. That's fucking.
What is the 5 minute?
This is a oh the 5 minute was perfect like that. Literally, literally. That was I was just on it right there. Look at that. Literally, bro. Right before the
Okay,
hour
so
started.
look, yeah. So look at the left. The last 5 minute rejection candle. Look how it played off that box.
Right here. This one.
No, the left.
You're talking about more left. This one? These
That
two?
one, baby. Look at that 5 minute rejection. Not only do you have that rejection candle right there in the middle, and then you have the engulfing candle. That's that that little picture right there, the red, the small green, and then the larger green is signs of reversal. And then look what happened right there in the right. You don't think this 5 minute candle is gonna end big like that one did? That's a 5 minute scalp with consolidation.
You would have hit 100 pips already. Look at that. You would have hit 100. You would have hit what? Sorry, you would have hit 80 pips. My fault. My fault. You would have hit $8, you would have hit $80, or you would have hit 800. Now you would have hit 100. Look at that, 100 pips. Smacked. Smacked from the quarter level right here. We're talking about from 46.75 or even right here, 46.76. Let's just say you got in late, 46.77. You're still up. You're still
Yeah,
up.
that's a nice and that's just a 5 minute rejection. You wait for the 5 minute to close rejection with the wicks at your key level, and then you enter with that bias.
This is a quarter level. He's when he says key level, he's talking about a quarter level, guys. Okay.
Yep.
He's talking about the 46.75 right here. And it respected it. And what did it do? It fucking took off, guys. It's easy like that. Like, we don't need to be on here for 40, 30 minutes unless everybody has questions or unless we got new students.
And then if you try to swing it further than that, and if you stay in it, then you just might be greedy. And I understand that, and it's a part of it. But literally, like you said, it's easy as that.
That's a golden
Look
zone
at
right there. That's
there's
the
three
golden
to
zone.
four touches. I would even consider the middle part,
Right here,
that
huh?
little red wick, a fucking entry because it's close enough sometimes where I'll throw a low lot like the to the left. So there's one touch, two touch, three touch, but I would even consider that one a fourth touch.
This one? Or are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I would even consider it because I would just take the black box up to the body of that left candle,
Look at
and
that.
if it's in
One,
that zone,
two,
that's why
three, four. Boom.
that's
That's
why
it.
we like to enter off of zones
Mm-hmm.
because a zone allows you to get more entries.
Telling y'all. It's we say it's easy, but you just got to be watching the charts, guys. Like you got to know your time. I'm not saying watch the charts all damn day. I don't get to. I used to, but then that's just it stresses you guys out, and then you're trying to catch every trade, and then you're trying to catch every pip, and then usually that doesn't work out for you. Look how it's respecting this level right here, the 46.85. Like we might get that little small retest back just to confirm where Joe was talking about right here. It might just come back, retest 46.79, retest that little area right there, and then the continuation right back up just to get that little drawback down. Or what? We usually see gold just blast through. This is a 5 minute chart, guys. It's very, very simple. Understand TSQ, trend, structure, quarter levels. Okay. And if you're brand new to this, then like watch all the previous calls. I promise you, you will not be upset. We had one of our students do that. He ended up making
But
3K the following week because he was so locked in. I'm talking about Edgar. So
that's Edgar the
he was
Phenom.
locked in.
So
He literally went all the way back to my first video. And I remember I have text messages still showing me like, yo, I'm locked in. I'm gonna learn this and I'm gonna make money. Following week, bro made 3K.
yep, he
Like
did.
Like he was just locked in. It's all about locking in, guys. It's all
And this
about
is for the girl Kai. This is just a 5 minute entry, basically off of support that matches up with what our ideology is the quarter levels. quarter levels are just very strong psychological levels for everyone on the call. It's just a strong psychological level. That's all it is. There's no deeper explanation. There's no reason why besides that, besides human psychology, they it corresponds well with quarter levels the same way it corresponds well with even numbers in tens place, right? So there's a $5, $10, $25. Now you could trade all of them the same way, but the $5 happens more frequently, so it is less consistent. The $10 is a bit more consistent, and guess what, the $25 price point is way more consistent the same way $100 levels. I don't know if you guys have noticed, every time it comes to a 4500 it's bound to rip. Either way it's going, it doesn't really play around, or it might sit at that 100 level for so long, but hundreds levels are so long, I mean, are so overpowered in the sense that let's say if it's sitting at 4500 for a week, once it rips outside of 4500, you're pretty good to take that buy. It's gonna go 45, 50, 45, or something, like it rips out of $100 levels, and it's just very stronger. And when you go back test gold, it's not like I'm just saying this without knowing what I'm talking about. When you go back test gold and you look at 100 levels, you'll see how consistent it is with it rejecting right at that zone. So if it ripped out of 4000 and it comes back to 4000, it's gonna reject and go back up right around
Facts.
4000. Not
Facts.
not 3800, 4000.
And just because he's bringing that up, I'm going to point something out because that's an area that I have been watching heavily, heavily on the bigger time frames. Because look at this fucking wick right here, guys. Look at that. Look at this wick right here. Don't you think this is quarter two barely? You guys got to remember we're what, first year into 1 year into presidency with Trump, right? Is it 1 year or 2 years? Shit, I'm tripping. One
That'd
or
be
2 years.
nice.
It might be 1 year. I think it was just one. I think it's 1 year. I'm not even sure, bro. Anyways, to my point, we're barely in quarter two. We're barely in quarter two. Quarter two, I see banks talking about it right now. I hear like people that come into like I talk about, what I talk about at work.
Where's that where's that wick going to?
I think it's going all the way down to look at that
No, I'm saying where's the wick end at?
right here. Literally, which almost close to what you just said, 4000 or 4000, but it's at 4100. But if we go to the
But it's
left.
at 4100
Look at
exactly,
this.
right?
Yeah, 4100 exactly. But look at this, that 4800, that 3800 that you were talking about.
Mm.
Do I see it coming back down here? Maybe not. No.
No,
41?
it can, but look in the example I'm talking about, look at how it rejected so strongly right there.
Yeah. No,
You
I
know what I
agree.
mean? And how it's
Right
at a
here.
perfect $100 level. The $100 levels are stronger than our quarter
Look at
levels.
right
It's
there
just,
at 4100 it stopped.
yeah.
Literally. Literally right
And
here.
then
4100.
uh
So there's a lot of potential in that area, guys. I've been, yo, like when it was way up here, I already knew some shit was gonna happen. When it was consolidating the way it was consolidating way the fuck up here, and if you go to the smaller time frames, you could just see gold just bouncing around 45, 43, and then it just tanked. And then we get this
but
area right
look,
here.
go up.
Let
What
me see.
spot did it reject at? Look at
46,
how the
4600, 4600. Yeah, look, they're both the bigger wicks are both at 100, like at great quarter levels, respecting the fuck out of a quarter level.
no, it's
Right?
the 100 levels.
So, or yeah, the 100 levels. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still a quarter level, but yeah, the
No,
100
it
levels.
is, but that's why I'm saying like they got to start realizing how strong the 100 levels are compared to our quarter levels,
Yeah.
and understand that the reason why we teach it how we teach it is because if you're just taking entries that are at $10 levels and $5 levels, your results aren't gonna be as consistent and they're not gonna be as rewarding. If you
Mhm.
wait for these bigger quarter levels, 100 levels, 50 levels, you'll get way better entries and you'll have better results. If you're
That,
forcing $5, $10 entries, you're gonna have a lot more stop losses as a gold trader.
and this is why, look, dang, you just fucking hype me up. You just hype me up. Evan talks about that shit heavy. Shout out to my brother Evan, bro. Bro has me on his close friends, everything. Fucking messages me daily. Cool as fuck.
It's a fake
But
account.
I know,
No, I'm
huh?
just fucking
Imagine,
with
no,
you.
I know. Imagine, no. It's just real. It's just real. I know. I had to confirm that shit. But no, at the end of the day, guys like Joe literally just said that. Look how hard look how great it's respecting the 40, that 100 level right here. Look at
Mhm.
that. So realistically, we want to watch this level. If it breaks through, then what? We know we'll probably end up going to that next quarter level, essentially. But then we still got to watch that because what happened right here, that rejection that Joe was talking about, it rejected like that 4750 is that rejection zone. So if we happen to break 47, then you could probably see it go to 4750. Let's wait for that level. Once it breaks that level, you're in, you're golden. But if we don't break and respect the 47, like Joe said, you probably will see this thing. Like even then, if it doesn't respect these golden zones right here, you see these golden zones, the white lines that I have. I don't think if it respects those, we're gonna
I'm
probably see
just
it. But
another part of it. I'm not gonna lie either for anyone. Like, let's see, 1 second. We got Kai still on the call. This is important. For do we got Danny and Jaime too? Okay, just Jaime. Jaime, Kai, whoever's on the call. You look at all those 4 hour candles, and they're wicking complete 250 pips both ways. This is not a good time to trade a bigger pip strategy. I'm not gonna lie, this is not the best time to force entries. This is the time to wait for it to literally hit your quarter levels, and not only that, but to wait for it to match up with your sessions that you want to trade, to wait for it to have volume in the market to move how you want it to move. And then not only that, right now with it wicking both ways back and forth, if you do have a winner, you need to secure profits. You can't stay in a trade right now because literally, depending for most of our traders, most of our friends and people we know, we don't have enough, or you're not going to have enough in the account to always have it go back and forth both ways. You just need to secure it one way and stop loss it the other. And that's what you do in a market like this. Right now is not the most favorable trading market. Right now it's an ugly, choppy market. It's getting heavily manipulated. There's a lot going on. So that's all I got for you guys. But you feel me? Like that's just something to consider. When you guys look at the 4 hour and it looks like this with wicks both ways, where that means, damn, if I was a buyer and I held it, I lost. But damn, if I was a seller and I held it, I lost. And damn, we're all just in the middle. Like, no, bro, be more patient, wait for better entries, um, and don't over trade and wait for. Sometimes you gotta literally wait. Like that's something I'm getting better at too, and not overdoing it. So I guess this year, like I haven't been so hard on myself, but even in the sense that this isn't the best condition to trade in right now, I haven't been so eager to trade it because I know what I like for the markets to look like, and that's something like CJ just said. He brought up Evan Cabral, and I learned that from him too. You might only have 4 heavy trading months out the year, but those 4 heavy trading months might be enough to make you what you make, opposed to trading every week, every this or that, every condition, and having a lot more losses. Not every week is going to be as good as the next, and all you have to do is start capitalizing on the weeks that are actually good to the conditions that you want. Because when market conditions are fair and typical, then typically what we expect to see happens. That's why we think we know what we're talking about, because there's a certain market condition where what everything we're talking about happens often. It's like you get down that shot and you start sinking them. You
mm,
could feel it when you're at the arcade and you start sinking them and you're in that zone, and then you could feel when you're off and it goes off to the right and you miss and you're like, damn, let me stand straight again. You could feel it. So when you know you could feel it, there's nothing else to it. It's just you could feel it, You gotta wait for it to give that feeling, and if it's not, you're trying to force it. Well, I mean, you could practice. You could be like MJ. You could be like Steph Curry. Take 1,000 shots, whatever. You could take 1,000 trades, and yes, over time you'll get better. But when you'll really get better is stop trying to trade every condition and being perfect. Just wait for the conditions to set up, respect the trading plan, and do it properly. Now, that's easier said than done, but that's literally what I'm going through learning at the same time. So it's like that's where I'm able to look at certain weeks now and be like, oh, like this ain't it. But if I see it break out and set up for something else, I'm not scared anymore. Like now it makes sense why certain traders are waiting on their hands. Is because it's not their condition. It's not their season yet.
Y'all ain't ready. No, I'm just kidding. No, man. So, like at the end of the day, guys, I tell you guys this all the time from being on these calls. Don't be greedy. Take the money, get out. We've already talked about it all day today. I think this was a great call today. I'm gonna post it. I post all the calls, whether they're great or not. I mean, I think they're great all the time. Sometimes they're shorter than others, but at the end of the day, sometimes there's nobody on the calls, and I still go all out because I know that somebody is watching. Somebody is always watching, guys, and I want you guys to understand that TSQ works only if you let it work, and you got to follow the plan. All right. I'm running out of time here. I got 9 minutes left. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, anything, hit up the Splash Bros chat, hit up the Discord, hit up me and Joe on Instagram, and we're there, guys. You just closed mouths don't get fed. Everybody's heard that before, all right? But I'm gonna end it like this on some motherfucking puppies and bones. Come on now. Much love, Eric. All right, y'all. Stay blessed. I'll see you guys soon.
Hey, 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 look. I gotta thank God without, bro, I wouldn't be. I started with a half, now I keep a couple P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Money don't grow on trees, but trust I keep a forest. And I grew up the poorest, dogs, so what's your excuse? I flip bags out the street in my daily commute. The south side to the east, dog, the north side to the west. If I make it back from Cali, thank God, cause